Joining me now is former independent West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, who used to sit on the Senate Armed Services and Senate Appropriations Committee. Senator, thanks so much for joining us. You had previously voted against the Iran nuclear deal more than a decade ago and called to de-escalate tensions with Iran. So where do you see this war going now?
Well, let me say this. First of all, it's great to be with you, Jessica, and I appreciate you having me on. Next of all, I just knew that we could never trust the Iranian regime, the people in charge since 1979. And with that, I could not come to grips with how we would release so much money up front, hoping they would do the right thing, make them prove they want to be part of the world order, a civilized world. They never would do that. So I do not fault the president for what he is doing. I just wish we would have more of our traditional allies with us in this. Going along they're coming in now kind of timidly, but they're coming on board. But the whole world is better off without Iran having the wherewithals to be the greatest prolific terrorist supporter in the world that wants to do damage to all of us. So I'm hoping that the Gulf states, our friends over in the Gulf states, the Saudis, the Emirates, and Bahrain, and Qatar, they all want to take over that area of the world, the Gulf states, and make that a very, very attractive, free zone for people to live and enjoy their life. And you can't do it with the Iranian regime. So let's go ahead and cut the head off the snake, get rid of it now, and let's move on. But it's not going to be the Americans governing over there, Jessica, and it's not going to be the Israelis. It's going to have to be the Arab communities, the people that live there, the Gulf states. They need to step up.
You left the Democratic Party in 2024 and registered as an independent. How did foreign policy play a role in that decision?
Well, I mean, I had differences with party, but I have differences with both parties. And both parties right now put their parties ahead of their country. I was concerned about why aren't we just all talking about what we could do to strengthen our country, make it better, and better quality of life for everybody. That means we're working together, not working against each other. The enemy is not the Republican on one side or the Democrat on the side. The enemy is what we're seeing today. And it's going to take all of us on the same page. Why we keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And I just said, listen, if I have a Democrat D by my name, that means I'm supposed to not like or really hate the Republicans. I love my Republican friends. We have differences, but they're my very close friends, and vice versa with the Democrats. That's why I decided to be no party affiliation, which is the majority of people participating in politics. And voting today, 45+% of people that are registered to vote in America are registered as independents or no party affiliates, not the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, but those two parties have all the control. We have got to change that.
Sure. Energy prices, as we know, are through the roof right now. You represent one of the country's biggest coal states. I'm the granddaughter of a coal miner. Does this moment strengthen the argument for needing to rely more on coal for energy security?
Jessica, we need everything. We should be an all-in energy country. We can't do it with just the renewables, but we can't do it without renewables. I love the renewables, but they're only doing so much. You have to have dispatchable. That means 24/7. When you need it, when it's on demand, it's ready. And that's going to be, your coal has always been there. Natural gas is there now. We've got an ocean of natural gas under our feet in West Virginia. We can help the whole East Coast. And then on top of that, we have to have nuclear. We have to have that. And with that, but also we have to do the developing. In the Inflation Reduction Act that I wrote with my energy committee, we wrote that bill to be an all-in energy policy. And we're producing more energy than anybody in the world has ever done. We're doing it now. The problem was the Democrats didn't want to do it. The Biden administration fought me every step of the way, but we forced them with the war in Ukraine and Russia basically weaponized. So we were able to bring it together, get a piece of legislation that gave us energy security. We've got to continue. And think of it this way. Tell people, whatever they don't like, don't remove it until you have something better that you do like. It'll do the same job. And we haven't done that yet, but we're getting there.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.